Yesterday was day 9, September 7th, Friday. It was originally on our schedule supposed to be the last day of our drive, but like I said, since they didn't need the vans yesterday, we're allowed to roll in tomorrow into Salt Lake City, and so glad we did that because, again, I couldn't imagine taking out any day that we've done so far. So yesterday we drove from, oh yeah, we passed back into the United States yesterday, of course. So we left Canmore, had to stop by the warehouse in Canmore, pick up some things. So we did that. It was our earliest morning. Turns out this group can get moving if it's for legit work purposes. So we went to the Canmore warehouse, got some things, did a little work there before taking off, and left Canmore, drove through Banff. What a shit show that was. Going through Banff, a small little mountain town with like one-way streets, trying to do a 4-way caravan with 2 trailers. Oh my gosh. There was a lot of stress involved in that little endeavor. Let's just say it ended finally with us all meeting up on the side of the road after all losing each other in a group hug, taking deep breaths like, all right, we're getting the heck out of here and get back on the highway, and okay. Thank goodness for hugs. You know you're supposed to hug someone or you're supposed to get a hug a day. You know, good for all your levels, all your mental health, so we'll just call it. Everything's better with a hug. And I was about to freaking hit someone, cuss someone out, and then it was like, all right, let's just all breathe and bring it in for a hug. It was a good social work moment there. So we were back on the road. Everyone had fresh batteries in their radios, so we're ready to go. Leave Canmore. Shortest drive to the border. Border was super quick. There was probably just a few cars in front of us, and the guy who let us back into the States, the patrol guy, he was so chill. I pull up and he's cracking jokes, and he's just like, okay, so you're another one of those backroads people, giving me crap about my passport, because in my last trip in Costa Rica, somehow it got wet or mangled, I don't know. So now my passport looks super well traveled, even though it's fairly new. I just got a new passport last year, so that's great. Already have a damaged passport. The guy told me I reminded him of an Australian skier, because Australian skiers try to come through these parts and all their gear is wet and it smells, and that's what my passport reminded him of. I was like, okay. I don't think he barely even asked me questions. He just talked to me, told me stories, asked me, the bare necessities. Amy had already gone in before, and it's very clear we're all traveling together. So good times. Cross the border, get back into Montana, and immediately stop for some lunch, grab some pizza, and make our way into Whitefish. Whitefish, it was the Leader House in Whitefish is awesome. We get there and we're okay, you're not in a suburb, you're in the middle, not in the middle, but they're out in the country a little bit. And Robert and Devin, friends of ours from training, are there, which was awesome. So Robert took us to the Whitefish Lake, which is right nearby. My co-leaders thought the water would be nice because it's 50 degrees, which is so much warmer than it's been up further north. I was like, no, this is still the north. Y'all are crazy. Just because the water is 50 degrees instead of 30 doesn't mean 50 is now warm. So we played a little frisbee as the sun set over the lake. It was beautiful. It turned all these different pink colors, and hung out there. Went back to the Leader House and just had a really chill night. We've been talking so much about Disney movies and movies that need to be seen, and so we had to watch Mulan. Mulan was number one, because Nick always plays Mulan in his car and he's never seen the movie, so that's ridiculous. Like, you can't do that nonsense. So watch Mulan. And then he had never even heard of Moana, so Moana was our suggested movie after watching Mulan. So of course then we went on to watch Moana. By this point it's like 2 in the morning by the time Moana ends, but really nice chill night. Like I said, the Leader House in Whitehorse is like really big, very nice. Hardly anyone was there, so we had lots of room. And like the people that were there were like our friends, and so awesome. Robert and I were hired together, so that's cool. We've known each other since literally our first Backroads interactions, which is pretty great. So it was fun to see him, especially. And today we're driving just 5 hours, 5.5 hours. We're going to Salmon, Idaho right now, so that'll be exciting. And I've been jamming out to Hamilton a lot lately. Love that. I guess like I do that too. I've never seen Hamilton, but I love the soundtrack. Thanks to my little brother Dylan and my dad. Last year when we were traveling all out west in the US, we listened to a lot of Hamilton, and so I've been rocking out to that a lot and just enjoying the last couple days of our drives. Tomorrow will be the end, so we just booked our last hotel for tonight in Salmon. And again this morning we had a super slow start, and you know, we like hung around. Nick made us listen to World War Z on audiobook because he really wants us all to listen to it, thinks it's awesome. And played frisbee. Oh, we went into town. We had breakfast at Montana Coffee Traders, something like that. But we didn't even go till like 11, so it's like practically lunch. Then there's like a school with a park, so we go play in the park. We play frisbee, doing cartwheels and handstands, and go play more games back at the house. I don't know. We're a very gamey group, I guess. But I've never played Can Jam. Love some Can Jam, especially with frisbee. I wish we had that. I'll have to look for it in Salt Lake City to educate them. But finally left the Leader House at like 12:30, and now we're on our way to Idaho. Never been to Idaho, so that's cool. Hang out in Idaho before finishing up tomorrow. So that's about it. Things are winding down. We're back in the United States, feeling a little bit more normal, you know. I've never been in this part of Montana, so that's cool. It's very smoky here. Not as smoky. Everyone says it's very clear, but to us it looks really smoky here. And yeah, life is a little more normal these days. Getting